Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is my first time doing a full-on setup for me to show my face, and in this video I really wanted to talk about the Monster High movie, the first one, because I just saw the second one, and yeah, I really wanted to, I don't know, look back to what we had and to what we're going to get, or we already got on the second one. So yeah, so I wanted to start talking about the characters, like the way all of them are introduced. So first we got Claudine. So of course here I have the actual doll. So yeah, there she is. So for Claudine, I think the way she's introduced, of course, she's supposed to be like the main character in this movie. I think she kind of had like a cool introduction, or at least they were trying to make it cool, because she's on the skate park and everything, and she's like super talented, and out of nowhere she just shows her ears, and yeah, the way the ears move, that's really weird. Like one of the worst effects that the movie has, because yeah, I don't know, they move like so weird, like no dog move their ears like that. So yeah, I really didn't like that. But in general, I think it's interesting. The only thing is, again, some of the effects that they used for like her super speed and everything are kind of weird looking a little bit. So yeah, and now that we're talking about the actual character, we can talk about the fashions. So the fashions were really questionable for Claudine. Like some of them were really on theme with how she's supposed to look in this new generation. I think the hair looks really nice. Of course, she has the glasses, the freckles, and everything. But some of the outfits were really weird looking, and the color choices were also really weird. Like for example, when she uses brown, she looks kind of bad in that color, because I think she is supposed to be like full on purple, or maybe black, or yeah, like some other colors, and those brown clothes were like really bad looking for her. So yeah, I really think they should have used any other color for her outfit in general. I really like her shoes. Well, I think most of them were really cool, and the makeup was really cool as well. So yeah, that's that. Also, the way that they introduced like the Monster High universe is kind of weird, because out of nowhere they say, yeah, you're a monster, and here's my card, like little thingy, invitation letter, whatever, for the school. But for some reason, I don't know, they explained that she didn't mention her dad in her application. But I don't know, it's kind of a little bit weird. Like the pacing of the movie is a little bit weird, in my opinion, in some places, like at the beginning especially. So yeah, it is like super fast. Like she just hi dad, I really want to go to Monster High, and then he's like, okay, you can go. And then he just like takes her to the portal, and she's there, and she sings, and yeah, she's there. So yeah, that happens in like the first, I don't know, like 9 minutes of the movie. So interesting. But yeah, that's basically it for Claudine in general. I think it's quite cool. Then we have Draculaura. I think she's the second one to be introduced in the line, like in the movie. Sorry, and I think she was really cool as well. I think she has one of the best fashions in the movie. Actually in both movies, but of course I'm going to talk about that later, like in another video about the second movie. But yeah, I think for some reason in this version of the Monster High universe, like we already have like 3 different versions. We have the G1, the G3, because G2 is like non-existent, and we have the movies. And yeah, they're kind of similar in the G3 and the movie universe, but at the same time, here Draculaura is like super, I don't know, she's really not a good girl. She's at the beginning, she's super like introverted and a little bit rude in some parts of the movie. So yeah, I don't know why they wrote her like that, but yeah, I think her fashions were amazing. Her shoes were really cool. The wig work for her was really nice as well. I really like the scene where she's like doing like witchcraft in the toilet. That's really funny. Oh, that's something I really need to talk about. Like the comedy of the movie is quite good for like a kids movie. It's a really good humor that they managed to give us during the whole thing. But yeah, I think in general Draculaura is one of the characters that I am most happy with, like in the movies again, because I think she has a really nice like maturing of herself, because she's like, as I said, she's pretty rude with Frankie and Claudine, and then slowly she starts like being more confident with them, and yeah, they become like best friends and everything. So and also she's like actually a really important part of the plot, so of course, just as Claudine and as Frankie. So yeah, that's about it for Draculaura. And also her actress sings incredible. I don't remember her name. I'm going to leave it in the screen because I do not remember her name. But now we have Frankie, which is played by Ceci Balgot. Yeah. So Frankie, I really like this character. They are super funny. I think it is super interesting to see how they are like exploring all the different things that I don't know, happen in a school, for example. And yeah, the experiments and all the knowledge that they have, and I don't know, that's a really nice character development made to this new version of Frankie. And also the fashions were quite cool, even though there is some parts where I think the clothes were a little bit too dark for Frankie, but not that much, just a little bit on some of the scenes. And yeah, in general, I think it's a really cool character, really nicely presented during the whole movie. For some reason, at the beginning, they walk like a robot or something like that, but then they start like dancing, and then they walk pretty fine. So that's interesting. And I really like the fact that they are also feeling kind of lost about the socializing part, because yeah, that's pretty normal in school, and being brought into the movie with a character that's like just 15 or 16 days old, it's pretty cool. So that's it for Frankie. Then we have Deuce. So Deuce is was Cleo's boyfriend at the beginning of the movie. Well, of course, before the movie. And I think he's really cool. His actor is really handsome, and I really think he has a great voice, so that's awesome. In general, he did a pretty good job. It's pretty similar to how he's supposed to be, like compared to G1, because he's like really laid back, and in this case he is more like I don't want to cause any more problems, because of course we already know how Gorgons are. And yeah, I don't know, that part is kind of weird, because it's not like super developed, like what did he do in the past for being like so scared and so careful with the way he's going to behave this semester. Of course, they always like say that Gorgons are like dangerous and problematic and stuff, but yeah, he's just like, I'm not going to be that guy this new year. And yeah, that's kind of weird. But and of course, he is the new love interest for Claudine, because of course there can't be a kids movie without a romantic interest centered in the only guy, like main guy in the franchise. So in this case we have Claudine and Deuce. I don't know, it is not that bad because I don't know, they kind of have a little bit of chemistry, just a little bit. Of course, I would have liked to see him with Cleo, but yeah, it's kind of different. I know a lot of people really didn't like that because, of course, most of the people on the internet, on the Monster High community, think that Claudine is supposed to be lesbian, I guess. But I don't know. I have never seen that, at least from my point of view. I think she is more like a, I don't know, someone that just don't need a man by her side. Just that simple. But yeah, again, they are like kind of exploring their feelings between them and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of meh. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I think it's like just to check on the little love interest box for the movie, but yeah, I don't know. Also, his fashions were quite cool, like really simple, like just a little bit of those Greek little elements, like on the collar of the hoodies and the snakes on the jackets and stuff. But in general, it was quite cool. Then we have Cleo. So Cleo was another great character in my opinion. I think she was really interesting in the way that, of course, she's supposed to be like the bad character, like the mean girl in this generation, but at the same time she's way softer than the G1 version of herself. So we have like this new Cleo being super I don't know, a little bit of a bully, but more towards Frankie than the rest of the crew, I guess. And I think the way they're exploring that, like slowly through the movie until she becomes like a better person, I guess, is very nice. It's like the basic like redemption storyline that we get in some of the kids movies in general. But yeah, I like the fact that she like starts caring about Claudine and the rest of her friends more than the fact that she's not with Deuce, because she's of course jealous of this new kind of relationship that they're having. And yeah, I saw some people complaining by the fact that Draculaura gives Cleo a pimple on her nose, and of course Cleo like screams, and of course he says like, oh, my skin is always perfect, it is not supposed to have that pimple, I guess. And some people were saying like she's going to be traumatized, and I don't know, I think it's something very normal. Of course she's supposed to have like the perfect skin and everything, but it's just a pimple, calm down. But of course Cleo just really screams. Oh, and also her fashions were amazing. Like every single one of the looks that she had on the movie were super nice. The shoes and everything, the makeup, she had glitter on her skin. So yeah, in general I really like the character development. The actress just does a great job. I really don't remember her name, but she's beautiful and she is really talented, so that's awesome. Then we have Laguna. So this Laguna has a little bit of a restyle, because I really didn't like those strands on the side of her face. But yeah, here we have Laguna, and I think she was a really missed opportunity, because I think she really could have been more than just the sidekick for Cleo, because she's kind of the replacement for Golia in this new generation. A little bit, just a little bit, because she's closer to Cleo than Golia is closer to Cleo. And I don't know, some of the looks were a little bit questionable. Like I saw the first movie and then I saw the second one, and when I saw the second one I realized that the first one, the makeup was a little bit not enough for Laguna. At least her ears were too blue, because in the second one she has like the skin color and then it fades to blue, so it's a little bit more natural looking. But yeah, there is some things that I really don't like in this new like looks that they gave Laguna. And yeah, I think in the movie the clothes that they gave her, some of them were not it. For example, there was one like the really big dress that, I don't know, it really didn't fit her. I really like the wigs. I really like those because they were like super colorful and stuff. And yeah, that's basically it. Like she has, there's not that much to talk about her because she's like a really background character in the movie, and she just talks like in the beginning of the movie and a little bit at the end, I guess. So yeah, that's basically it. Oh, I think the effect of her mouth like opening super big, it was kind of weird. I saw the leak scene when it was not like finished, like the effect was really weird looking, and then I saw the finished product and I thought that of course it got better, but at the same time it was not enough. I think the mouth at some point, if you look really closely, it like moves really weird. Like of course it just like opens really big, but then it, I don't know, it just looks a little bit uncanny, so I don't like that much. I really love her attitude, like being super like happy and yeah, like supportive to Cleo. Yeah, that's kind of cute. That's more like a personality trait that Laguna has always had. So yeah, it is like a little bit amped up here on this new version of Laguna, but yeah, I think I really like it. And I really like the fact that they didn't make her pink because we already had Draculaura, and that would have been a little bit confusing, at least for kids. So yeah, I think giving her like her normal skin color was a cool idea. And also Lina Alcomte is part Colombian, so love that because I'm Colombian. Then we have Abby. So Abby was in the movie just a little bit, and I think she does not speak at all. Maybe just at the beginning when she says Abby Abominable and freshman, I think she says. I think that's all she says, which is kind of disappointing because of course we all love Abby, and the looks that she has on the movie are really cool. Like she has like all the fur and I think in most of the scenes, if not in all of them, she has like the little horns made out of her. I really like that. She has glasses, her fangs, of course, the really big like nails and stuff. Oh, of course, the nail work that they had in the movie, in both of the movies, is really nice. I really like it. But yeah, going back to Abby, I think she is there just to look pretty, I guess, because of course she is part of the choreographies and stuff, but I don't know, I think she could have done something a little bit more, because at least she's one of the characters that actually has powers. Like, well, Dracula of course has witchcraft, Claudine is part wolf, Frankie in the first movie has no powers, Deuce has the snakes, but well, the snakes don't really work at the end of the movie, but kind of. Cleo has no powers either. Laguna kind of has powers, but not really. So yeah, she's super powerful because she can like create ice and snow and everything. So I don't know why they decided not to give her just a little bit more participation in the movie. And yeah, I think that's, oh, she's white? No, I think she's bluish in the movie. I don't remember. No, I think she's bluish because yeah, she's not white. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the second movie. But yeah, in general, she's a really nice character in the movie. Like the outfits and everything are really cool, but the actual participation that she has is close to none, so that's pretty sad. And finally, we have Golia. So Golia appears when Claudine is looking for her room, but also when Mr. Komos is talking to the headmistress. And Golia talks a little bit more than Abby, but it's just as I don't know, as short as the rest of the background characters. And I think the looks that she has are cool. They're really similar to what she wears on this doll, like really like casual, like skater style and stuff. I really like the parts where she's like sleeping and then she just buries herself. That's really cool. I sometimes I think these kind of movies we have to appreciate like the smallest things, because of course they are not supposed to be like the biggest blockbuster ever. They're just supposed to be fun little movies for kids. So of course we're already adults and we have like bigger expectations because this is like the franchise that we grew with and all that stuff. But at the same time, I think we have to see the movies and content for G3 just as they are, because they're sometimes nice, sometimes not that nice, but in general it's new content and they're like, at least in the dolls, they're putting a lot of effort. For example, we already have Abby, which is one of the coolest Monster High dolls, like the basic ones for the G3 line. What else do I have to say? Of course, Golia talks in the new universe for Monster High, and I think that's basically it. She has her glasses, she has her blue hair. She does not talk that much, and her outfits in the movie are okay, I guess. And she, for some reason, appears with some dirt in her teeth, which is again a little bit random, but of course it's because she sleeps buried. So interesting. So that's it for the character development and the introductions. Now we have the actual plot of the movies. So of course Claudine is like trying to understand why being like half human half monster is not accepted in Monster High. So she starts like looking around the story of Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is kind of sad at a little bit in my opinion, because that means that we're not going to get Holt or Jackson anytime soon, or maybe, we don't know, but maybe, because now that I think about it, the movies are not connected totally with the series, which is mostly where all the dolls are inspired. Then we have Frankie and Dracula, of course, helping her like to discover all the things related to Dr. Jekyll's laboratory, and Mr. Komos is like supposed to help them and stuff. And then the school starts to like suffer, I guess, because there's like a non-true heart monster in the school. So Claudine thinks that it's her, but I don't know. There's some parts of this specific like development that feel a little bit weird. For example, when she has like those really bad like anxiety attacks, I would say, she becomes like a person, like a human. But for some reason she finds Frankie and they both scream, and then when she wakes up she's just a werewolf again, and Frankie is giving her water with something, I don't remember what it is. But I don't know, that's kind of weird because nothing happens in that scene. Like, she just, of course, she gets super nervous and she thinks that she is the one that is like making the school cry. And then nothing happens with that. Okay, so a spoiler alert: if you haven't seen the movie, you can skip just maybe 1 minute, because I'm going to talk about the end. So then we have the fighting scene, like the final battle where Mr. Comus drinks the potion that makes him like a full-on monster that Claudine wanted to drink. And yeah, I don't know, that part was, of course, it was a little bit predictable because everyone was like, who's Mr. Comus? Why is he in this movie? If he's a new character, he's probably like the bad guy because he has horns and he looks super, super nice, but he's not. But yeah, I think the first thing I didn't like about that was the transformation, because he looked super fake. I don't like that. I think maybe giving him, I don't know, maybe like a meaner makeup, like more horror-like or something like that would have been nicer, because those muscles were like really weird and they really looked super fake. I didn't like that at all. And I think the part where Claudine like makes him look at the cell phone and he just uses his powers on himself, so he becomes like stone. I don't know, that part I never liked when in kids movies they use like the statue kind of thing, because that also happened in Descendants 3 and they look so bad. Like the statues look so weird, like they look nothing like the actual like actors. So yeah, I don't know what to think about that. And the resolution was like super boring in my opinion, because of course they were like all gathered. It was Heath, then we got Laguna, Abby, which one? Cleo, Frankie, Dracula, everyone was there. And then Deuce was like out of his powers and he was stone. And yeah, I don't know, it was kind of boring. That fighting scene could have been a lot more dramatic than what it ended up being. I don't know, I wish maybe Laguna would have done something, Abby would have done something, any other character would have done something, because they were basically all like this, like with their cell phones, like just like here I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna record you so I can call the police later, like something like that. It was like, I don't know, kind of strange. And yeah, they finally defeat him with the cell phone, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that part I really didn't like. Like the whole movie is cool because we get to see them like the characters made into like real life, like wigs and paint, body paint, and the makeup, the nails, the clothes, everything. That's really interesting. That's really cool. But the actual story was super cool up until the fighting scene, where I really think they dropped the ball. But then we have the songs. The songs are one of the things that really saved this movie, because they're really cool. Like all of them, well, most of them are really, really catchy. For example, we have Spark, which actually doesn't appear in the movie, but it is in like the soundtrack, and it is really, really cool. And we also have Coming Out of the Dark, which is again a really, really nice song. Of course, it was like the main song for all the marketing part of the movie. Yeah, I think the songs are super nice. There were a couple that were not my cup of tea, but in general they are really, really cool. And the choreographies were also really cool. If the one where Heath is like reading Deuce after, I don't know, vacations or something like that, they are like yeah, and they hold hands and everything, and then for some reason he like starts twirling around and everyone starts dancing around them, but he does not do anything. Like he's just, I don't know, that's really, really weird, like really uncomfortable to watch, if I'm being honest. But yeah, in general the choreographies were really, really cool. So yeah, I think that's basically all that I had to say about this movie. In general, it's a Nickelodeon movie. with a little bit more budget, if I'm being honest, because if you have seen previous Nickelodeon movies, they're a little bit on the cheaper side compared to Disney, for example, because of course Disney has a lot of money. But yeah, I think they did what they could with what they had, and it turned out okay. And I think that's basically it. Oh, I also wanted to mention the adults. So we have Claudine's dad, which is okay. He's a little bit clumsy, he's a little bit funny. It's more, I really like the fact that we can see them being more explored in the animated movies. At least Headless Headmistress Bloodgood was actually talked about a lot in the movie, like she appears a lot. So I like that. I think she does a really good job as the headmistress of the school. Oh, of course, Dracula, kind of cool as well. Like, whatever, he's not like bad or good or anything like that. He's just there. He's a little bit on the annoying side, in my opinion, like at least with Dracula, because he's like super overprotective, and he like wants her to be like the perfect girl and everything. But of course, that's like a family dynamic that tends to happen a lot in different families. So I get why they decided to portray that with Dracula's dad. But yeah, I think again that's basically it. Let me know down below what do you think about this movie, and of course I'm going to do the second movie next to this video. So I guess I'm going to upload this on a Thursday, so I'm going to upload the second one on Monday or the other Thursday. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like this video, comment down below what you think about the whole Monster High G3 universe, series, movies, everything. And don't forget to share this video with your friends, activate the little bell icon after subscribing, and follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. Those links will be always in the description box down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.